consciousness of everything is now being raised. As far as people goes, it's becoming more and more impossible to stay stuck on stupid. Again, controlling your behavior controls the world. So, as I fast, each day I fast and abstain from the desires that I know are from the false self, or the not the self, and from the body, from the mental Rolodex, whatever, what have you, the ego, whatever you want to call it. As I stay away from those, each day that I go into meditation, or each night that I go into meditation or sleep, it's like when you wake up in preschool and everyone around you is still asleep. It's just like that, I'm going into the other layers. I'm tapping everyone's shoulder, waking them up, and I'm not alone in this at all. Like many already know and have said before, there are 16 people, or 16 spirit bodies, known as the Christ, and plenty of us embody that, personify that. So I'm not alone. I'm not the only one going around waking us up, waking myself up, waking, because I am you, you are me. So we can look at it like we're all a cell to the one human body, and we can either be not a free radical, an imprisoned radical, and have our energy locked in a cell, be deep inside the body, or we can work as one human body, one machine, one perfect machine. So, as we wake each other up each and every day, as we enter this golden era, it's just going to be more and more impossible to stay stuck on stupid. Each day you fast, or each day you abstain from the desires, it's just another night where you give off certain knowledge and certain energy into the universe, connect with other people, other beings, and you exchange. And it's just to a point now where, I don't know, I feel like you can look at the overall cycles of this healing process us as a human body is going through. Alright, so we take it to a personal level. I see it as, I can see the wave that we're riding on, that I'm riding on in this body. The points in time where I'll be lower on the wave or higher on the wave, whatever. And certain urges will come during a certain part of the wave. And it's all just part of the ride. Enjoy A to Z. People get so caught up in going from A to Z that they don't experience A, B, C, D, E, and they don't get to enjoy the ride. You can't want what you already have, so if you get to Z from A, you miss the entire learning process between, and it was a great ride. So, just enjoy the wave, and the only way to do that is to have the body at peace. Then the mind can be at peace. Then the self can flow through the both of them and use both the tools. So, and then we can selflessly give to one another and work as one unit machine, one universe. So, and we'll all be on the same page. That's what we say, in harmony, right? Peace and harmony. It's a universe, one verse. So, just some of us are off beat, off pitch. Yeah, this comes down to the body being in tune, like a vehicle being in tune. And if you look at the overall cycles of the healing process on the wave, you can see it's a gradual move towards holding ourselves accountable, because that's what health is, holding yourself accountable for your own actions, to where should you transition or die, there will be the weighing of the heart, like the Kemetics or Egyptians would say, and that is nothing more than the self weighing itself, more or less. If it's pure, then if you lived a pure life, then you can move on and carry all the lessons learned from this life onto the next one in the next vehicle. If not, you have to restart. It's not a to heaven or hell thing. It's pleasant or unpleasant, but as far as that goes, the judgment is by the self. And when it comes to the healing, this whole cycle, you can see it. If you look at the moon cycles, in the yearly cycle, you can see the moon expressing emotions, being the female energy. You can see how the emotions affect our eating habits, our thoughts, everything. These are all influences. This all can be transcended. This is just an influence. I'm just saying that you can see, if you look at the cycle closely, that we're progressing, and because we hit bottom. So there's only one way to go, is to die or continue on up. And if you have those people that create a reality where they say, I can't live without this, I can't live without that, they may be too far gone. They may be just here to return to the soil, to teach us all a lesson. So if you look at your own cycle of eating, and that goes for music, your environment, the people around you, the food you ingest, the water you intake, because again, the water has a memory, just like they say don't get blood transfusions, or in Eastern medicine they say blood is the water out of the 4 elements. So the cells have a memory. So since the cells have a memory, again, us being 80% water, whatever water you're taking in, the memory of that cell or ion has everything to do with how it will resonate inside of you. So if it's at a low vibration, acidic water, it will vibrate accordingly. If it's high alkaline, slightly sweet, it'll vibrate accordingly inside of you. Just like if they say, don't ever give blood transfusion because of all the trace that you could take from another person's blood, because of what emotions they went through and things they gave into. Like if a person takes an organ from someone else, they could totally shift their state of being. Go from vegetarian to meat eating. Like my man Yachty. Check out my man Yachty. He's a Orgone energy guy. I know people know all about that Orgone energy, the male-female energy. And it's what they're calling the chi. It's what they're calling the life force, or Ra, prana. It's the energy, the positive and negative that complement each other, the yin and the yang, the shu and the tefnut, they complement each other, and that's the creative energy. People call it a sexual energy, like orgone, from orgasm energy. So, like I said, where energy is lost, energy is gained. So, again, with someone having sexual energy, they need to maintain it. You can build off it. You can create it. You don't want to just give it off to these succubuses and scavenger males. So you don't want to just give off your energy. It's massive energy you're creating. And it's always one person. Like again, if it's one female being scandalous, she's ruining for everybody else. If it's one male being a scavenger, he's ruining for all of us. So it's just that simple. One of us leave us all hanging. And if we work as a unit, then nothing can stop us. And again, I got a little off track there, but I'm just saying that the water making up such a large amount of our body has a memory. And everything that you're eating, the cells, it all vibrates within you. It all has everything, whether it's water or animals or whatever, you're taking on that energy, the karma, whatever, the death of that animal, the way it died, all those things that you're taking on. Same thing with the plants, the way they've been harvested, if it's organic harvesting, all of it. You take on all those energies. And if you don't express them, you can vent them out, you'll become backed up. And you'll become overweight. Hold on to too much water, retain too much water, and be too dense to pick up on the universe. The one verse. The messages from the self. So just monitor your emotions, whether you do it by moon or just by regular calendar, whatever. Monitor your emotions and how they correlate to your eating, and how they correlate to your and that rolls over into your thinking. Your state of body has a lot to do with your state of mind. So that just determines your experience for yourself. And if it's a gluttonous experience or experience that is of opinion and belief and not of true learning, it will never carry on. And you have to restart. So just Just monitor the overall cycles from year to year. You know, 1 year you're vegetarian, the next year you say, I could never be vegetarian. 2 years from that, you say, I can never go back to cooked foods. 3 years from that, you say, I can't even eat solids all the time. 3 years from that, you know, you're looking at solids like it's crazy to chew all the time. It's just that real. 3 years, 4 years from that, you're looking at it like the only reason I take in any solids at all, any liquids at all, is to stay some kind of grounded so I can communicate with these people. Because they're all caught up in language barriers, and they're not using telepathy, so there's a barrier there. They're too dense for me. They communicate at too dense of a level, so I have to get on their level, close to their level, and stay grounded, and drink some type of something to stay here on this earth. So that's that. That was a little bit of a long one, but I hope you enjoyed it. I don't hope it. I know you enjoyed it.